close to the end of it now, aren't we? So close, yet also so far away. But let's finish this off, shall we? We're going to try a new recording format today. So, you may see more videos with me like this rather than right up next to my desk. So, with that out of the way, what's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Animation Station, your number one stop destination for anything and everything animation. Welcome back to Cowabunga Calvacade, and we are at the first of the two final rankings and final videos overall for this month. It's been a crazy marathon, and it has been a bit delayed, and I apologize for that, but we're almost done. Because today we have the shows ranked from worst to best, and then we have the movies and specials ranked from worst to best, and then we're all done. And then you're not getting another review from me until Monkey King. So, yeah. With that out of the way, and my slightly new setup, I'll make another video showing off all this, because this literally took me all day yesterday to get my entire room rearranged. So, I'll show that to you guys in another video, but for now, let's get started. This is all 5 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles television shows, in my personal opinion, ranked from worst to best. Let's begin. So, starting off with the worst of the bunch is undoubtedly Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, Ben Schwartz is a great Leonardo. Yes, this version of April is okay with a nice bit of sassiness. Yes, I have come around on Donnie in the most recent rewatch and actually consider him okay. Yes, there's one great wrestling episode that I will stand by and I do enjoy. And yes, there are some interesting ideas here and there. Unfortunately, though, the rest of this series is an abysmal, annoying, frustrating, tedious, unfunny, cringy, awful mess. I've tried at least 8 times to give it a chance, and each time it only made me despise it more. Bottom of the barrel gutter trash, my personal pick for the worst cartoon I've ever seen in my life. And if you want more about that, go watch my review. I'm not going super in-depth for this ranking. So, yeah. Rise is trash. You guys should have already known that if you saw that review, and if you don't, well, there you go. Rise is trash. Let's move on. 4th goes to Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation, a complete and utter train wreck that should have been scrapped entirely, but an ironically ridiculously funny one watching how much they screw up the mythos, and just its overall cheaply made bizarreness. It is undeniably total garbage. But I'm being lenient on it because it made me laugh so hard while watching, whereas Rise just pissed me off. Thus why Rise is on the bottom and this is over it. Yeah, I like Next Mutation more than I like Rise, because at least with Next Mutation, I can laugh at it. I can laugh at its stupidity and I can laugh at its failure. But with Rise, I was just pissed pretty much the entire time. Pissed, angry, annoyed, and just wanting to stop watching. Almost once every episode. So yep, that's 4th, Next Mutation. Alright. Here we go. These next few might be a bit controversial, but this is my opinion. So let's get this out of the way. Number 3 goes to the original cartoon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1987. Everything from here on up is really good to great, so thankfully we're done with the dumpster fires. And while this is dead center on the list, it's mainly because of stiff competition and not its actual quality. Because in my opinion, this series is really good overall. The voice acting is good, especially from Cam Clark and Rob Paulsen. The writing is hilarious, the dialogue is enjoyably cheesy, the villains are pretty good, and your usual 60s Saturday morning cartoon villain standards. Don't judge it by the standards of today, because it's not entirely fair. The animation, while cheap, is still well done, and has some hilarious animation errors. Like, I can count the number of times I've seen 2 Michelangelos, 2 Leonardos, or 2 Raphaels pop up. Like, rewatching the series and seeing that made me laugh so hard. So, yeah, it's definitely cheap, and there are a lot of animation errors, but it's still pretty good. The designs are iconic, the action is good, the runtime of 22 minutes per episode is well handled, the pacing is solid, the jokes, not all jokes. The jokes are mostly pretty good, and it has a pretty high entertainment value in just how much fun it is to watch. Definitely recommended, but just temper your expectations when you get to the crappy final 3 seasons known as the Red Sky Saga, where they tried to make it more like the 90s movie, but it ended up taking away everything that made the 87 show work so well. At least in my personal opinion. I know some people really like that saga, and if you do, that's okay. Me personally, I just don't really like it, and that's one of the big reasons why it's not higher on the list. And also because the other two cartoons are just like all the way up here. So, yeah. That's number 3, TMNT, 1987. I don't know why I put 1990 on the post. I'm being dumb. My brain was. My hand was typing before my brain could think, apparently. So I'll fix that later. Alright, second place. Number 2. Let's get this one out of the way as well. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003. The Turtles of my generation, and even 20 years later, it still holds up shockingly well. Fantastic writing, excellent storytelling, amazing stylized 2D animation, great humor, superb design, spectacular characters, top-notch voice acting, especially Wayne Grayson's Michelangelo and Michael Turner Class's Leonardo, who both steal every single scene that they're in, a darker tone that's true to the old-school Mirage comics, excellent fight scenes with great choreography, great settings, superb dialogue, and the distinction of being the very first Turtles cartoon to faithfully adapt actual storylines from the comics, such as Leo's first defeat at the hands of the Foot Clan Shredder, and his long recovery following afterwards, even though it's not that long in the actual series, but it's in there. So, yeah. Unfortunately, though, this one has the exact same problem as 87. The final seasons are pretty damn bad. Fast Forward was almost Rise level awful, and while Back to the Sewer was marginally better, and had one of the most underrated Fantastic theme songs ever, seriously, go listen to the theme song, it is such a banger, was still plagued with its own flaws that hampered the experience severely. And of course, let's not forget its insulting finale that was Turtles Forever, which I will be giving a good thrashing in tomorrow's video. However, it was so fantastic in its first 5 seasons that it managed to overpower its flaws and be incredibly memorable all these years later. The TMNT of my generation, and while it was the 07 series that, not 07, that 07 movie that made me into a lifelong fan, the 03 show was what got me introduced, because it was on the same time as Yu-Gi-Oh! And Sonic X and Power Rangers and, that whole lineup on Jetix back in the day. But coming in at number 1, and honestly it's at number 1 because of consistency, number 1 goes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012. It is so bizarre to me that Nickelodeon is responsible for both the worst and best Turtles shows, but it is what it is. 2012 wasn't just a great Turtles show and one of Nickelodeon's best shows in years, but it's also among my top 5 favorite cartoons of all time. Yes, up there with SpongeBob, Danny Phantom, Dragon Ball Z, and Sonic X. Fantastic performances from the entire cast, especially Josh Peck's Casey Jones and Seth Green's deeper-toned Leonardo in the later half of the series. Stellar writing, excellent characters, impressive 3D CGI animation. One of the only times that Nick did 3D CGI and it actually worked and made sense. Where was it? An awesome, very unique art style, great action, very faithful to its source material, arguably even more so than 03. Very good humor, fascinating new characters that perfectly fit into the mythos, tons of twists, great emotional moments, slight differentiations that don't feel in the least bit disrespectful and instead add new layers of intrigue and dimension and complexity to the character dynamics. An insane final season, especially the annual Halloween watch for me, that is the awesome Savanti Romero saga, where it's pretty much the Ninja Turtles fighting the Universal monsters. Yeah, it's as awesome as it sounds, trust me. Great humor, a bunch of references, 2 great crossovers with the 87 series, a great pace, a perfect runtime per episode of only 22 minutes, and very high rewatchability. And speaking of the blue blur, it's amazing to me that they actually got the modern Sonic's current voice actor, the awesome Roger Craig Smith, which I've also met in real life. If you want proof, there you go. Met him in real life. I waited in a line for almost 2 hours and signed my Funko Pop. So, yeah, I did meet him in real life. There's your proof, if you doubt me. To voice the Pulverizer, a very minor character, but he managed to make it so much fun. Sure, it's just a slight variation of his Sonic voice, which, yeah, that is a bit of a knock against the Pulverizer, because when you do watch it now, you can tell that it is a lot like Roger's Sonic voice, but it has a slight variation, so it's not a complete and total just copy-paste job. So, it's okay. In my opinion, it's not that big a deal. It's just something we're pointing out. But it still added so much enjoyability to an already incredible, enjoyable, super entertaining series. I literally cannot praise it highly enough. Easily, in my opinion, the best TMNT show we've gotten to date. And that's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to leave your own rankings and opinions in the comments down below. Please don't be a salty hater. If I see any Rise fans down in the comment section being a douchebag, you're getting blocked. That's your warning. But, otherwise, thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic day. This is the only video you're getting today because I need a little break. I need some time, okay? I literally spent all day yesterday setting all this up, and I just got done house cleaning, so yeah, I need a break. I need some downtime. But tomorrow is going to be the big finale, the final video of Cowabunga Calvacade and our last Ninja Turtles video, at least until I can get my hands on some of the Mutant Mayhem toys, aside from Leonardo. I already gave him his own review. And that video will be all 14, yes, not just 10, 14 movies and specials ranked from worst to best. Yeah, I'm going all in for the big finale because I'm such a huge Turtles fan, and there are some things that I actually have not talked about yet coming out of us. Mostly it's stuff I just didn't want to talk about because I thought it was so bad it didn't need explanation, but you know what? You'll get my thoughts about it tomorrow. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Jed Small of Animation Station, and I'll see you... Oh wait, no, I did say I was going to make a video about this whole setup, didn't I? Okay. I'll see you guys later today when I do a whole video about my entire brand new room and PC setup. So, until then, thanks for watching. I'm Jed Small of Animation Station, and I'll see you guys next time. Cowabunga, dudes! Peace!